When we look at the night sky, we normally don't think about the complexity of each point of light. Most of them are stars, some brighter than others, and many of those points of light are galaxies and nebulae. We can also see some planets, which are easily distinguished from stars because they don't seem to twinkle. For example, Jupiter can easily be distinguished as a very bright point of light that doesn't twinkle. It is hard to imagine the complexity of each point of light that we see with the naked eye. But with a telescope like the Hubble, we can contemplate them in great detail. In this video, we'll see a variety of incredible images that the Hubble team has recently published, from colorful galaxies to peculiar-looking objects. Take a look at this breathtaking image of the open cluster NGC 6530. It appears to be a mesmerizing spiral of smoke, but in reality, it's a group of countless stars, situated about 4,000 light-years away from our planet. This cluster is located within the vast Lagoon Nebula, a massive cloud of gas and dust. Astronomers use the Hubble telescope to study this cluster and search for something called problights, which are shining disks of gas and dust that encircle newly born stars. Up until now, most problights have been discovered in one specific location, the Orion Nebula, making it challenging to comprehend how they are formed and evolve in other regions of the universe. The Hubble telescope has the ability to see in the infrared part of the light spectrum, which helps scientists understand the birth of stars and the formation of exoplanets. The James Webb Space Telescope has even more advanced infrared capabilities, enabling scientists to learn even more about the initial stages of star formation and how it varies in different parts of the universe. This striking image shows a relatively rare celestial phenomenon, known as a Herbig-Haro object. These spectacular objects are formed in very specific circumstances. Newly formed stars are often very active, and in some cases expel bright ionized gas jets that move quickly. The gas is so hot that its molecules and atoms have lost their electrons, which makes it highly charged. This image is one of the best examples of this phenomenon. This pair of galaxies are in a dangerous dance. They're so close together that they have a collective name, ARP91. But these galaxies also have their own names. The one in the bottom is known as NGC 5953. And the oval galaxy in the top right is NGC 5954. In reality, both are spiral galaxies. Their shapes seem different because they are oriented differently with respect to the Earth. ARP91 provides a particularly vivid example of galactic interaction. You can see how the one below is pulling on the one above. They interact due to the immense gravitational attraction of the two galaxies. Such gravitational interactions are common and are an important part of galactic evolution. Most astronomers today believe that collisions between spiral galaxies lead to the formation of another type of galaxy, known as elliptical galaxies. Jupiter is one of the most striking planets. It appears as a very bright point of light in the sky when viewed with a naked eye. With binoculars, it appears as the same point of light, but larger. With a good telescope, you can distinguish the bands of the planet. This is how the Hubble telescope sees it from space. But to see its details even better, we will have to get much closer, like the Juno spacecraft that orbits the planet. But why can Hubble see galaxies that are millions of light years away and cannot see Jupiter as the Juno spacecraft does? The answer is simple: due to size. Galaxies are much larger than objects in our solar system, and by much, I mean trillions of times larger. For example, at a distance of 1 mile, you can easily perceive a building with the naked eye. But no matter how good your vision is, you won't be able to see the ant on one of its windows. With a powerful refractor telescope, you can see the details of the building very well, but still cannot see the ant. Jupiter has a diameter of only 87,000 miles, in comparison to the trillions of miles of the Andromeda Galaxy. The Hubble team celebrated Halloween in 2021 by posting this incredible image. A surprising view of the carbon star CW Leonis, which resembles a sinister bright orange eye. CW Leonis shines from the depths of a thick layer of dust. This is a carbon star. They are red giants with an atmosphere rich in carbon. Their reddish color comes from the carbon in their atmosphere. The dense clouds of gas and dust that envelop this dying star were created when the outer layers of the star were thrown into space. This beautiful, colorful galaxy is a barred spiral that is 20 million light-years away in the constellation of Leo. It is popular among amateur astronomers for being one of the brightest galaxies visible from the northern hemisphere. This colorful image shows the beautiful spiral arms of the galaxy, traced by clusters of blue young stars and regions of star formation in pink. Intriguing details of the bright nucleus can be seen, a notable mix of old and young clusters with immense clouds of gas and dust. This high-resolution image shows the galaxy NGC 5728, which is located about 130 million light-years away in the constellation Libra. It is a luminous and elegant barred spiral galaxy. This galaxy is extremely energetic. This type is known as a Seyfert galaxy. This class of extremely energetic galaxies is driven by their active nuclei. This majestic spiral galaxy is experiencing a particularly intense episode of star formation. Astronomers refer to galaxies that are forming stars abnormally quickly as starburst galaxies. The starburst of this galaxy is driving an unusual form of extreme galactic weather. A giant transfer of gas from the galaxy's bright central heart into space. This is known as superwind. In part, this superwind is the result of spectacularly energetic supernova explosions. Two such supernova explosions have been seen in this galaxy in the last decade, one in 2014 and the other in 2019. Grouped in the center of this image are 6 bright points of light. However, appearances can be deceiving, as this formation is not composed of 6 individual galaxies, but rather a pair of galaxies and a distant quasar. This rare phenomenon is caused by the presence of two foreground galaxies acting as lenses. The central pair of galaxies in this image are actually two separate galaxies. The four bright points surrounding them, and the faintest one in the center, are actually five separate images of a single quasar. The reason behind this effect is a phenomenon known as gravitational lensing, which occurs when a celestial object with a huge amount of mass, like a pair of galaxies, causes the structure of space to deform in such a way that light traveling through space from a distant object bends and magnifies. This spectacular image of the star H.G. Carina is another perspective of the image released on the 31st anniversary of the Hubble. The blue represents the distribution of dust that shines reflecting starlight. Here we have another pair of interacting galaxies. They're located 220 million light-years away in the constellation of Pegasus. NGC 7753 is the large spiral galaxy that dominates this image. And the NGC 7752 is the smaller galaxy. The outcome of this gravitational battle between the two galaxies will not end well for NGC 7752. It will eventually be thrown into intergalactic space or completely absorbed by NGC 7753. Hubble observed ARP-86 as part of a larger effort to understand the connections between young stars and the cold gas clouds in which they form. In combination with measurements from ALMA, a giant radio telescope located high in the Chilean Andes, these observations provide a treasure trove of data for astronomers working to understand how stars are born. Feast your eyes on this striking image of this supernova remnant. It may look like vibrant scraps of fabric flowing across the screen, but it's actually the remnants of the explosive end of a massive star in the Large Magellanic Cloud, a small galaxy near the Milky Way. This isn't the first time an image of this object has been shared with the public. An earlier image was released in 2003. This new image includes more data and has been processed using better techniques, making it even more striking. It's truly a celestial firework display, showcasing the incredible power and the beauty of the universe. This star-studded image is a globular cluster. It is a roughly spherical collection of stars tightly bound together by gravity. Globular clusters contain more stars in their centers than in their outer fringes. This cluster is located more than 20,000 light-years from Earth in the constellation of Sagittarius. In this bright sapphire image, we can see the spiral galaxy NGC 1385. It is located 68 million light-years away from Earth in the constellation of Fornax. Unlike other constellations, this one does not have a name of a god or animal. Fornax means furnace in Latin. It was named by a French astronomer, who has had a preference for naming constellations with the names of scientific instruments. We have reached the end of this video. I never tire of looking at these spectacular images captured by the Hubble Space Telescope. The universe never ceases to amaze and remind us of the endless possibilities and mysteries that still lie ahead. This is Julio from Sci Media. Until next time.